Hello everyone! For today's lesson, we will learn how to use the Magic Hexagon to understand and remember trigonometric identities more easily. This method will help us see the patterns between the trigonometric functions instead of just memorizing formulas. Now, what exactly is the Magic Hexagon? The Magic Hexagon is a visual tool that shows the relationship among the 6 trigonometric functions. As we can see in the diagram, the functions are arranged around the hexagon with the number 1 at the center. This hexagon helps us visualize how trigonometric functions are connected and makes it easier to recall identities when solving problems. Now let's start testing the Magic Hexagon with the quotient identities. First example is the quotient identity tangent theta is equals to sine theta over cosine theta. How did we get it? Using Magic Hexagon, we just have to rotate a line or an arrow. And to prove the quotient identity earlier, tangent theta is equals to sine theta over cosine theta. Another example is the quotient identity secant theta is equals to cosecant theta over cotangent theta. Using the Magic Hexagon, rotate a line and we can already prove the identity secant theta is equals to cosecant theta over cotangent theta. On the other hand, we can also find the identity in the hexagon using reverse rotation or counterclockwise rotation. An example is the quotient identity cotangent theta is equals to cosine theta over sine theta. Using the Magic Hexagon, therefore cotangent theta is equals to cosine theta over sine theta. And that's basically how quotient identities work. Now let's move on to the reciprocal identities. In terms of reciprocal identities, these are even easier to remember because all you need to do is to draw a straight line on the Magic Hexagon, and the one directly across from it becomes its reciprocal. For example, the reciprocal identity sine theta is equals to 1 over cosecant theta. Using the Magic Hexagon, draw a diagonal line from sine. Therefore, sine theta is equals to 1 over cosecant theta. Another example is the identity cosine theta is equals to 1 over secant theta. Using the Magic Hexagon, draw a line from cosine theta. Therefore, cosine theta is equals to 1 over secant theta. Another example is the identity tangent theta is equals to 1 over cotangent theta. You can also draw a line in reverse. For example, draw a line from cosecant. Therefore, cosecant theta is equals to 1 over sine theta. And that's it for reciprocal identities. Now let's move on to the next set of trigonometric identities. When it comes to product identities, there's a very easy pattern you can follow. The trick is to focus on what's positioned between the two trigonometric functions. For example, tangent theta times cosine theta is equals to sine theta. As illustrated in the hexagon, tan theta times cosine theta, and the identity found in the middle, which is sine, becomes their product. Another example is secant theta multiplied by cotangent theta gives us cosecant theta. As illustrated in the hexagon, the middle identity is cosecant theta. We also have tangent theta times cotangent theta with 1 as their product positioned right in the middle. We can also prove the product identities cosine theta multiplied by cosecant theta results in cotangent, and sine theta multiplied by secant theta is equals to tangent theta. And that's how the product identities work. Once you follow the middle term, the products become very easy to identify. Now let's move on to the co-function identities. For co-function identities, the only thing you need to remember is to draw a straight horizontal line. For example, sine theta is equals to cosine multiplied to the quantity 90 minus theta. And you can also write it in reverse. For example, the identity cosecant theta is equals to secant times the quantity 90 minus theta. For the last trigonometric identity, we have the Pythagorean identities. And when finding them using the magic hexagon, just imagine a half triangle movement. If the movement starts from the top, that means addition. If it starts from the bottom, that means subtraction. Using the magic hexagon, we can locate the addition movements right here. And the subtraction movements right here. Now let's have an example. First is the Pythagorean identity tangent squared theta plus 1 is equals to secant squared theta. Located inside the magic hexagon, tangent squared theta plus 1 is equals to secant squared theta. Another example for addition is sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equals to 1. And an example for subtraction is cosecant squared theta minus cotangent squared theta is equals to 1. So when using the magic hexagon for Pythagorean identities, these two patterns are the only ones you need to remember. And that's how we can use the magic hexagon to easily remember the trigonometric identities. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new today. See you next time!